Unveiling the geographical wonders of India. India is a land of staggering diversity. Its landscapes range from snow-capped peaks to sun-bleached deserts, from dense mangrove forests to tropical archipelagos. Spanning over 3.2 million square kilometers, the subcontinent's geography has been shaped by ancient tectonic collisions, monsoon rhythms, and the flow of mighty rivers. For travelers, researchers, and nature lovers alike, India offers an unparalleled tapestry of natural marvels waiting to be explored. In this video, we journey through 12 of India's most breathtaking geographical wonders, delving into the forces that created them and the experiences they offer today. Number 1. The Himalayan mountain range. Where there are mountains, there are miracles. Forming India's northern frontier, the Himalayas are the youngest, loftiest mountain system on Earth. Rising abruptly from the Indo-Gangetic plains, the Greater Himalayas include 8 of the world's 14 peaks above 8,000 meters, including Mount Kanchenjunga, 8,586 m, India's tallest. These soaring summits were born some 50 million years ago, when the Indian plate collided with Eurasia, thrusting marine sediments skyward. Key highlights: trekking routes. From the classical Everest base camp approach in Sikkim to the remote Roopkund Pass in Himachal Pradesh, trails wind through alpine meadows, rhododendron-clad forests, and high-altitude deserts, glaciers and lakes. The Gangotri and Zimu glaciers feed major rivers, while emerald blue lakes like Hemkund Sahib invite pilgrims and trekkers alike. The Himalayas also cradle unique cultures, Sherpas, Bhutias and Garhwalis, and host critical biodiversity, including the elusive snow leopard and Himalayan monal. Number 2. The Western Ghats. A UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the world's hottest biodiversity hotspots. Running parallel to India's western coast for over 1,600 kilometers, the Western Ghats intercept the southwest monsoon, creating lush evergreen forests, cascading waterfalls, and mist-shrouded mountaintops. Geological evidence indicates these mountains began uplifting around 150 million years ago, forming a crucial climatic barrier. Key highlights: flora and fauna. Home to more than 500 endemic plant species and endangered animals, such as the Nilgiri Thar and lion-tailed macaque. Scenic vistas. Viewpoints like Munar's Nila Kurinji-covered slopes, which bloom every 12 years. And Korg's coffee green hills captivate every traveler. The Ghats also encompass historic hill stations, Ooty, Kodaikanal, and Mahabaleshwar, where British colonial architecture sits amidst pine forests and tea plantations. Number 3. The Sundarbans mangrove forest, the largest contiguous mangrove forest on the planet. At the mouth of the Ganges-Brahmaputra Delta lies a labyrinth of tidal channels, islands, and mangrove swamps straddling India and Bangladesh. The Sundarbans' intricate network of waterways is shaped by sediment deposition and tidal currents, creating a unique ecosystem that buffers cyclone surges. Key highlights: Royal Bengal tiger. The Sundarbans is the only mangrove habitat of this iconic predator, whose striped coat provides camouflage among tangled roots. Boat safaris. Navigating narrow creeks at dawn reveals estuarine crocodiles, spotted deer, and a dazzling array of waterbirds. Conservation efforts in the Sundarbans address rising sea levels and habitat fragmentation, preserving this natural bulwark for future generations. Number 4. The Thar Desert, also known as the Great Indian Desert, encompassing over 200,000 square kilometers of sand, scrub, and dunes. Stretching across Rajasthan and into neighboring Pakistan, the Thar Desert is defined by its shifting arid landscape and extreme temperature swings, from over 50 degrees Celsius in summer to near freezing in winter. Aeolian, wind-driven processes continually reshape its dunes, creating mesmerizing patterns of ripples and ridges. Experience the desert like traditional nomads, riding Bactrian camels across vast sands. Events such as the Jaisalmer Desert Festival showcase Rajasthani music, folk dances, and turban tying competitions against a backdrop of golden dunes. Remarkably, sparse grasslands and thorny shrubs support wildlife, including chinkara gazelles and desert foxes, adapted to this inhospitable environment. A surreal white salt marsh that transforms with the seasons. Number 5. The Great Rann of Kutch. Located in Gujarat near the Pakistan border, The Rann of Kutch is a vast, flat expanse of salt crust that gleams under the sun. During the monsoon, it floods and becomes a shallow lake. In the dry season, the parched landscape cracks into polygonal patterns. This remarkable cycle is driven by seasonal river inflows and evaporation. A vibrant cultural festival held on the White Desert, featuring folk music, artisans' huts, and camel rides under a canopy of stars. The adjoining Rann of Kutch Wildlife Sanctuary shelters the endangered Indian wild ass and offers opportunities to see flamingos and pelicans. Visitors often arrive at sunrise to witness the ethereal play of light and shadow across the bleached salt flats. Number 6. Valley of Flowers National Park. Nestled in Uttarakhand at 3,200–3,600 m, this alpine meadow bursts into color each summer. A UNESCO World Heritage Site, the Valley of Flowers is famed for its carpet of over 500 flowering species, primulas, geraniums, and edelweiss, set against snow-clad peaks. Formed by glacial action and subsequent soil deposition, the valley's rich soil and high rainfall create ideal conditions for endemic flora. A multi-day trek through Hemkund Sahib takes you past glacial streams and dense forests before arriving at the blooming valley. Himalayan black bears, musk deer, and numerous butterfly species flit among the blossoms. The valley's fleeting bloom is governed by the monsoon, typically peaking in July and August, making precise timing essential for visitors. Number 7. The Andaman and Nicobar Archipelago, a chain of over 550 islands stretching across the Bay of Bengal. These tropical islands sit at the juncture of the Indian and Burmese tectonic plates, giving rise to rugged coastlines, coral reefs, and dense evergreen forests. The Andamans boast some of the world's most pristine beaches and vibrant coral ecosystems. Havelock Island's Radhanagar Beach and the nearby reef systems brim with colorful fish, sea turtles, and reef sharks. The Sentinelese, Great Andamanese, and other tribes maintain millennia-old traditions, though protected by restricted access regulations. Rising concerns over tectonic uplift and sea level changes make the archipelago a living laboratory for climate scientists. Number 8. Cherrapunji and Meghalaya's Living Root Bridges. Once known as the wettest place on Earth, Cherrapunji receives over 11,000 mm of rainfall annually. Heavy monsoon downpours carve deep gorges into Meghalaya's sandstone hills, while local Khasi communities have for centuries guided Ficus elastica routes across streams to form sturdy living bridges. These bioengineering marvels strengthen over decades and can support dozens of people at once. Plunging 340 m into a serene pool, this waterfall is India's tallest plunge waterfall. Trails through Mausmai Cave and double-decker route bridges at Nongriat reveal the region's verdant splendor. Cherrapunji's perpetual mist and rolling hills create an atmosphere of primeval wonder. Number 9. The Deccan Traps, one of the largest volcanic provinces in the world, formed 66 million years ago. Spanning nearly half of peninsular India, the Deccan Traps are a sequence of basalt lava flows up to 2,000 m thick in places. These eruptions may have contributed to the Cretaceous-Paleogene extinction event. Today, the flat-topped hills and deep ravines of Maharashtra's western Ghats foothills bear witness to this cataclysmic past. Lona Crater Lake, created by a meteor impact within the basaltic terrain, some 50,000 years ago, the saline alkaline lake supports unique microbial life. Ancient rock art, the Pandavlini caves near Nashik, are carved into Deccan basalt, offering insights into early Buddhist architecture. Geologists study the traps to understand massive flood basalt events and their global impacts. Number 10. Roopkund Lake, the Skeleton Lake, a high-altitude glacial lake in Uttarakhand surrounded by mystery and myths. Perched at 5,029 m in the Kamoli district, Roopkund is famous for human skeletal remains visible when the ice melts. Recent research suggests the bones date to a single catastrophic event around 800 CE. The lake itself sits in a cirque carved by ancient glaciers, its milky waters framed by jagged peaks. Challenging trek, a multi-day expedition through steep passes, rhododendron forests, and high-altitude meadows. Scientific intrigue. Studies of DNA and isotopes from the skeletons have provided clues about migration and climate in the early medieval period. Roopkund's haunting beauty and archaeological significance make it a uniquely compelling destination. Number 11. Vembanad Lake and Kerala Backwaters. India's longest lake, spanning over 96 kilometers and forming the core of Kerala's famed backwaters. Fed by multiple rivers, Vembanad is a Ramsar-designated wetland that merges freshwater ecosystems with coastal lagoons and brackish canals. Its formation is linked to sea level changes and sedimentation along India's southwest coast. Houseboat cruises, traditional ketavallums glide through palm-lined canals and paddy field fringes, offering a glimpse of rural life. Bird life. Migratory species such as the Siberian crane and greater flamingo flock to the lake in winter months. The backwaters' interplay of human settlement and natural environment exemplifies sustainable living in harmony with geography. Number 12. Nanda Devi Biosphere Reserve. Encompassing India's second highest peak, 7,816 m, and a core zone off-limits to all but scientists. Encircled by a ring of mountains, the Nanda Devi Sanctuary remained unexplored until the mid-20th century due to its inaccessibility. The reserve's alpine meadows, locally known as bugyals, bloom with rare orchids and primulas each summer. Limited access treks. Permits to trek to the outer sanctuary provide panoramic views of the Himalayan interior. Wildlife sanctuary. Glacier-fed streams support snow leopards, Himalayan musk deer, and an array of high-altitude birds. Conservation measures here balance the needs of indigenous Bhotia communities with protection of this fragile alpine environment. From the airborne peaks of the Himalayas to the sun-bleached salt flats of the Rann of Kutch, India's geographical wonders are a testament to the planet's dynamic forces. Tectonic collisions crafted towering mountains, monsoon rains carved verdant forests, and living bridges shifting sands shaped arid deserts, and ancient eruptions left basaltic plateaus. Each landscape boasts its own ecosystems, cultures, and stories, inviting adventure, reflection, and scientific inquiry. Exploring these wonders not only thrills the traveler's spirit, but also underscores the importance of conservation. Climate change, deforestation, and human pressures threaten many of these fragile realms. By visiting responsibly, supporting local communities, adhering to park regulations, and minimizing our footprint, we can ensure that India's geographical marvels endure for generations to come. Whether you seek the hush of alpine meadows, the roar of powerful waterfalls, the serenity of backwater canals, or the stark beauty of salt deserts, India promises a voyage of discovery. Immerse yourself in these landscapes, and you will uncover stories written in stone, water, and wind, stories as old as the earth itself.